1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. Dishes it to Holiday. From downtown, one up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Draymond Green. Green with the block. There's the dish to Livingston. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
And so here is Golden State after the miss from Doug McDermott.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Bulls shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripes.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And that one falls for Brooks. And both free throws good for Brooks. Here is Livingston. With 1 on the clock. No good on that last second attempt there. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They lead by. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Derrick Rose.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bogut, and it's Rush in at the 3 spot.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
On the wing, Thompson. He dishes it to Bogut. It's Curry with the drive. The shot is off. And the Bulls going the other way now. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Thompson with the bucket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Rose goes in. Nice D from Bogut.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. He feeds it to Bogut. And here's Barnes for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Rose kicks to Gasol. And Gibson wide open. He shoots, but they'll get another chance. And again, Chicago, no good. Warriors leading by 4. Rush the pass to Curry. With a step back, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Aaron Brooks is checked in for Derrick Rose. Golden State also making some changes. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Draymond Green in for Brandon Rush. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Gibson. Curry wide open. Buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
That's a rare turnover here. Just their first here in the half. So that's one thing we've seen them do quite well, staying in possession of the ball.
Yeah, still trailing, though, and they'll need to maintain that and also step it up in other facets of their game.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. Iritic comes in for Taj Gibson. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Butler. Good.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Bulls trail by 9. Feeds to Holiday. Will it go? And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Holiday's got his second bucket tonight. Curry dishes to Livingston. From the left block. And again, Stephen Curry. Curry's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Warriors.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and play to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Chicago calls timeout. Here is Brooks. He has 6. Passes it to McDermott. There's the triple. And it's Spates with the rebound. Warriors leading by 11. Barbosa against Mirotic. Barbosa kicks to Green. Here's Spates, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are.
Oh!
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Livingston passes to Barbosa. Over in the corner, Livingston to the middle. Unloads from 9. Second chance shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Portis, the pass to Brooks. Holiday with the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Spades has got 4 rebounds in this game.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Kicks it to Brooks. Here's McDermott. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists now in this one. And we finished one half of basketball.
Yes, I'm here with Steph.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Buddy Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny. The first half was all about Stephen